Okay. Now, before we start anything, I need y'all to stand up. Everyone stand up on your feet. It's a little too spread out. We got to connect a little bit better. We have some mission statements where friends become family and no one sits alone. So my friends on the side, can you please scoot in to the two middle sections, please? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Make sure no one sits alone. You know, the person next to you, they won't bite. They may nibble, but you'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right. Come on. You can sit down when you find your seat. Okay. One more time. How are we doing, high school students? I'll take that for a total clock. Well, hello. If you don't know my name is Aiden Musted. I'm one of your students here at Westwood Students. I'm a junior. And before we start, again, I want to thank Pastor Eddie. He's not in the room, but I want to thank him for giving me the opportunity to do this. He is getting married next weekend, so pray for him. Let him know you're going to do good, all these different things. Again, my name is Aiden Musted, and today I'm going to be talking about the topic of anxiety. Say anxiety. Anxiety. And I've entitled my message, Walking the East-West Trail. Walking the East-West Trail. In March this year, I lost a trip of a lifetime. I was going to go to the Holy Land, Israel. And I've always wanted to go to this place because it's the land of the Bible. Whenever you go to Israel, you see the things Jesus did. You see the places he went in the first early churches of the entire Bible. I wanted to go there, but my trip got canceled. More than that, I needed this trip because I needed clarity from God. During that time in my life, I was struggling in the season. I was trying to figure out what to prioritize in my life. And for example, I was trying to figure out if I should quit band senior year of high school. It doesn't seem that crazy at the time, but my whole community is in band. All my friends are in band. I've been in band for 7 years of my life. It was a big decision, and God was prompting me to move on. More than that, I was struggling with different things and thoughts and all these problems, and I needed clarity from God. And if I went to Israel, I knew God was going to speak to me, give me direction. But my trip got canceled. My hopes and heart sank. I didn't know what to do when I lost the trip of a lifetime. It was very sad. So, instead, the same week we were supposed to go to Israel, my grandpa and I decided to go to this state park called Los Maples. Now, Los Maples is a 2-hour drive from San Antonio. It's about a state park. And I wonder, how did it get its name? Los Maples. Los Maples, that's an interesting name. In a remote place where no one would accidentally go, there are clusters of maple trees. Lost Maples. And then I discovered it. No one accidentally goes to Lost Maples. Has any of you ever been to Los Maples State Park? Anyone? Maybe one, two? No? Why? Because it's not on any main road. It's out of the way. Some would even say it's lost. Lost Maples. That kind of represented my life at the time because I was trying to figure out the decisions in my life. I didn't know what to do. I was lost. And I went to Lost Maples. At Los Maples, there's many trails you can walk and hike, and one of them is called the East-West Trail. As you can see, there's many different hikes and trails you can go on, and I know you can probably not see from here. They look like some kids scribbled on colors, but no, trust me, the East-West Trail is there. And the East-West Trail is interesting too because it intersects the middle of the park. So when you walk the East-West Trail, you don't know if you should go to another trail and explore another one or stay on the East-West Trail. The name also represents my life at a time. It's not east. It's not west. It's east-west. You don't go left, you don't go right. You're in the middle. I was in the middle. The East-West Trail was the perfect place to go. I felt like I was in the middle of indecision. I was in the middle. The East-West Trail is a place and a path of indecision. It's a season of lack of clarity, a moment of lack of assurance, a time of discouragement, and a mindset of anxiety. I was in transition mode in my life, and I knew I needed to change lanes, but there wasn't any lane to change to. When your mind says something, but your heart says something else, you are on the East-West Trail. On the East-West Trail, you're in despair and you feel like there's no repair. On the East-West Trail, you still believe in God, but sometimes it doesn't feel like you receive from God. On the East-West Trail, you're going through the motions, but you have no single devotion. On the East-West Trail, your peace is broken into pieces. You're on the East-West Trail. So what do you do when you're on the East-West Trail? I believe the Bible can actually help us answer this. And in Proverbs 4, the writer King Solomon writes down fatherly advice that he would be giving to children. And in this one, he imitates God the Father, where he's giving advice to us, God's children, on how to live a wise life. In Proverbs 4:18 it says, "The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines ever brighter until the full light of day." I love that verse. I love the NLT, but I feel like the Message version says it even better. The Message version says, "The way of right living people glow with light. The longer they live, the brighter they shine." This verse is saying when we are on the right path, we're on a righteous path, following God, we get brighter and our path gets brighter because we are with God and on the path God given us, the righteous path. At times, our East-West Trail is going to be confusing. It's hard, but God's light always comes. So what do you do on an East-West Trail? Number one is stay on the trail. Say, stay on the trail. Say, stay on the trail. If I do a little bit deeper, say, stay on the trail. There you go, there you go. So, when we were walking East-West Trail, there was a section where the path split in two. A left path and a right path. The left path led us to and connected to a much longer path that got off the East-West Trail, and the right path kept us on the East-West Trail. My grandpa and I didn't know what to do, so we were guests and we went down the wrong path. And after going through the mud and up a hill, we noticed we were on the wrong path, going the wrong way. So we had to turn around, walk back through the mud to get back on the East-West Trail. What I learned that day is the wrong way is always the long way. The wrong way is always the long way. It's always going to take you longer to get off your troubling East-West Trail if you go the wrong direction. It's always going to take you longer. And it's always better to stick to the path God's given you and the right path than to explore the wrong paths of life. If it's money, don't go down that path. If it's money, don't go down that path. If it's dirty, if it's money, if it gets you stuck, don't go down that path. When we were on the trail, we went on the wrong path. We went through the mud, my shoes got dirty, all these problems, we had to turn around, go back on the East-West Trail. It was muddy because that took us longer. Sometimes I have to remind myself that when I don't know what to do or what decision to make in my life, I should stay and pray and don't venture into money messes. What are some money messes in our life? You may be asking. It's friendships that take us away from God. It's habits that lead us into sinful ways and distractions that keep us from having a deeper relationship with God. If it's money, don't go down that path. Number two, what to do on an East-West Trail is sometimes you simply need to let the light come to you. Sometimes you simply need to let the light come to you. It says in Proverbs 4:18, "The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines ever brighter until the full light of day." Don't chase the light, let the light come to you. Everything I wanted and needed, by going to Israel, I found on the East-West Trail. All the decisions and problems and issues, I found on the East-West Trail. Some trails are not intended to take you to a place, but are intended to reveal something. The East-West Trail wasn't somewhere I was going. It was a time where I got to meditate, self-reflect, and discover the path God wanted for my life. When I was on the East-West Trail, all the noise of life became quiet. All my anxious, racing, non-stop go thoughts of what am I going to do today? What plan, what decision I have to make? What am I going to eat after this hike? Stopped. It was silent. I had heard things I hadn't heard in a very long time. In San Antonio, there's a lot of busy, a lot of traffic, a lot of noise. But on that trail, I could hear the breeze. I could hear the rustling of the leaves. And it was so quiet. I could hear God. There are times when you need to make a big decision in your life and you need to get on an east-west trail to make space to hear God. Don't look for other things that give you pleasure or that look good, that seem bright and light. Stay on the path you're given and let God come to you. Sometimes you simply need to let the light come to you. Sometimes you simply need to let God come to you. And thirdly, what to do on an east-west trail is when you don't understand God's plan, simply hold his hand. When you don't understand God's plan, simply hold his hand. After walking the unpaved path of the east-west trail, my grandpa and I rested on a bench. And everything on that trail seemed symbolic of my life. I was at Lost Maples. I was lost in my life. I was on the east-west trail. I was going east, I wasn't going west, I was in the middle. I didn't have any decisions. I was in the middle. I was on the east-west path and I went the wrong way. God was telling me to not go the wrong way. And I told my grandpa, out of all the things I'm going through, out of all the issues, out of all the decisions I have to make, out of all the problems, it's troubling, but it's not convicting. It's troubling, but it's not convicting. What I mean by that is I was troubled by all the things I was facing, but I knew I wasn't on the wrong path. I knew it was troubling to quit band and to do all these things and to live righteously for God, but it wasn't convicting because I knew quitting band I would have more time to spend time with God, to build my calling, to get a job, to prepare for college, for all these different things. It's troubling, but it's not convicting. You know it's convicting when you're walking in disobedience to God. When you're walking in disobedience to God, it's convicting. But I was on the right path, and I knew I was going the right way. And it was troubling, but it wasn't convicting. I knew I wasn't doing the wrong thing. It was just troubling. It's troubling, but it's not convicting. To help better explain this, the east-west trail is like lifting weights. And honestly, guys, let me tell you the truth. I don't know nothing about lifting weights, okay? I can tell about my physique. I'm built like a pencil, okay? I'm a twig. I don't have any muscle. I'm built out of bones, okay? But I know maybe out of the 3 times I've gone to work out, I know it's hard. I know it's exhausting, and sometimes it hurts. Am I right? Working out hurts. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But it's not wrong. It's not convicting. Because in the process, you get better, you look better, you feel healthier, and it's all good for you. It's troubling, but it's not convicting. The east-west trail is like lifting weights. And for the strong people in the room, you know it's always better to go to the gym with a gym buddy, right? It's always better to go to the gym with a gym friend. Because here's why. Gym buddies keep you accountable to go to the gym. Gym buddies motivate you to complete another rep when you're dead tired, when you're like, I can't do this. They're like, you got this. Come on, you got this. You're like, oh, fine. They're there to motivate you when you're dead tired. Gym buddies help you through every exercise you don't understand. And some exercises in the gym, you need another person to help you. For example, spotters. Gym buddies are supposed to be spotters to help you not get hurt. The east-west trail is like lifting weights, and God's our gym buddy. Let me say that again. The east-west trail is like lifting weights, and God's our gym buddy. God is the one who motivates us. God helps us through every troubling situation. God is there to hold our hand when we don't understand. The east-west trail is like lifting weights. It's troubling, but it's not convicting. And for a second, I want to talk to the upperclassmen in the room. Who's a junior and senior in here? Raise your hand. Yeah, okay, we got a few. Honestly, guys, you may be on your east-west trail. Here's how I know that. You may be anxious because you don't know what your plans are after high school. You may be stressed out at actually passing high school so you can actually graduate high school. You may be scared about going to college in a few months. Or maybe figuring out the college you want to go to. You may have anxiety about becoming an adult and facing all the challenges that come with it. And honestly, sometimes you may feel lonely. Because soon you will graduate. You lose some of your best high school friends. Juniors and seniors, you may be on your east-west trail. And for everyone in the room, if you're on a lonely, confusing east-west trail, I invite you to reconnect to the heart of God. Reconnect to the heart of God. Here's why. Let me tell you why I know this is the best medicine. Because I'm still currently on my east-west trail. And exactly 3 weeks ago, I reached rock bottom when I dislocated my knee. When I dislocated my knee, my already troubling east-west trail got even worse. My whole life shifted in an instant. Everything got stripped away from me. I couldn't walk. I couldn't drive. I couldn't drum. I couldn't put on my own clothes without my body aching. I couldn't even go to sleep in my own bed without my body hurting in pain. When I fell and dislocated my knee, I also fell into a very deep mental valley. I wasn't motivated. I was sad. I was confused, asking God, why would this happen? I'm already struggling. I'm already losing friends because I'm leaving band. I'm already struggling with the things in my mind. I don't know what my plan is. God, where are you? Why is this happening? I didn't know what to do. I was confused. I was lonely. I was anxious. So I did the only thing I knew what to do. I didn't understand, so I raised my hands. And God grabbed my hand. God was there. When I didn't understand, God gave me back clarity. God gave me the hope and the peace that He's known for. God renewed my broken spirit. And when I didn't know what to do, God led me through that valley. God led me out of rock bottom. God was the only one who could do it. So I am confident when you are on a lonely east-west trail, reconnect to the heart of God, and He will lead you through it. He will lead you through it. Because God will give you love in the lonely. God will give you hope in the hopelessness. God will give you clarity in the confusing. God will give you motivation in the misery. God will give you gleam in the gloom. On your east-west trail, God's the only one who can lead you through it. And He wants to do it. He wants to help you. He wants to help you. Anxiety, confusion, insecurity are often God's way of tapping us on the shoulder to tell us to stay on the trail. Don't venture into money things. Don't go off the path God already has for you, because it's going to take you longer to get through your troubling east-west trail if you do that. And in the end, if you go into money messes, you'll be dirty. You'll feel dirty. It's going to take you longer. That sometimes you simply need to let the light come to you. Don't look for other things that look bright, that look like light, that give you pleasure and joy. Stay and rest on the path and let God come to you. Let God come to you. And when you don't understand God's plan, simply hold His hand. Sometimes we won't understand what God's doing, but that is the best time we need to hold His hand. Because God knows even when we don't. God understands when we don't. God has a plan for us when we don't. God has that clarity in the confusing. God is able, even through our anxiety. God towers over our troubles. Our trails will be troubling, but during that time, God shines the brightest. Because during those troubling times, we trust God the most. We rely on Him the most. And when it's over, we get to tell people, God led me through it. God led me through it. The way of right-living people glow with light. The longer they live, the brighter they shine. Proverbs 4:18. In difficult seasons, on troubling East-West Trail Pass, choose to trust God and get closer to Him. So right now I invite everyone to stand. Stand. And we're about to enter a prayer moment where we're going to pray through this East-West Trail. So I invite everyone to bow your heads and close your eyes. Everybody walks an East-West Trail. But if this message resonates with you today, if it applies to you and you're saying, I'm anxious, I'm troubled, I'm confused, I'm walking my East-West Trail, and God, I need you. I need your clarity. I need your direction. I need you to help me out of this East-West Trail. If that resonates with you, if that's you right now, on the count of 3, I want you to raise your hand. And don't be ashamed, because everyone will walk an East-West Trail in their life. But if that's you today, I invite you to raise your hand. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Just hands across the room. I see your hands and God sees your hands. You can put them down, you can put them down. During this prayer moment, I'm going to pray over everyone. But for a second, there are students around you who are struggling. So I want you to pray for them too. So I invite everyone to grab the person's shoulder to the next to them, next to them. And as I pray over everyone, I want you to pray for that person too. Because God, in a good Christian communities, and only through prayer we can get out of this East-West Trail. So everyone bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear God, we come to you now. And we thank you for this time we've been given to gather as a community of believers and pray for each other. God, some of us in the room are walking East-West Trail. We're struggling. We're troubled. We're confused. We're anxious. But more than that, God, we're desperate for you. God, we know there's always a purpose in these paths. And in the end, we'll become stronger. We'll become wiser. We'll get close to you. But at this moment, God, we are troubled. And we need to rely on you. Lord, right now, we give you our burdens. We give you our issues. We give you our sin. And God, we ask that in return, you would just show us your love. Show us your life. Show us the joy. Renew our spirits like you did for me. God, do it right now. Because you can handle them when we can't, God. God, you always have a purpose when we don't understand, so guide us through this East-West Trail. Guide us through our troubles, and throughout it all, help us to trust in you, to stay on the trail, to rest and wait for you. And God, when we don't understand, help us to grab your hand. Lord, we love you, we trust you. In Jesus' name, we all say, amen. Guys, I want to tell you, both guys and girls, it's going to be okay. Yeah, it's troubling, but it's not going to be. It's going to be hard. There are troubles we walk. That's the Christian life. That's everyone's life. But we have a secret weapon, and that's God. God is there to help you. He wants to help you through it. But more importantly, guys, stay on the trail. Yeah, it's troubling, but God's going to lead you through it. And in that, you become stronger, you get closer to Him. It's better. Don't go to other things that give you joy. Don't go to mud. Don't go on these things. Stay on the trail. And go to God when you don't understand. He loves you all. He cares for you all. I love you all. It's going to be okay. Trust in God. He'll lead you through it. One more announcement before I leave. Before we all dismiss. Next weekend, there is no student ministry. All the middle school and high school will be in the auditorium. So don't come up here. No one will be up here. Go with your mother. Spend time with your mother. Celebrate her. Love on her. Don't make fun of her. And, yeah. It's going to be okay, guys. You are dismissed.